Hello and welcome to a new idea I've had, a new series I'd like to do here on YouTube called VocTer Reads. A lot of people have mentioned to me in the past that they think I have a strong reading voice, and in fact a few times I've read to people as they fell asleep. So for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, I'm Jesse VocTer Rain. Normally I play video games, or I talk over the top of video games, but today, doing something completely different. Today I'm going to be reading you from a book called The Collected Stories of Amy Hempel. This is a fantastic book. I urge you all to read it. It's my favourite book in the entire world. I actually have 2 copies of it because one copy is nearly destroyed from being carried with me everywhere. But so I'm going to essentially go through this book. The idea is over the next month or so perhaps, to go through the whole of this book and read it to you. Starting today with the first story, and it was only 2 pages long, so a nice first trial, if you will. But I'd like to hear feedback from everyone on whether or not they enjoyed it. This is the longest I'm going to talk as an intro. Starting from the next one, I will literally just jump straight into it. There will be, no hanging about. So the first story, and the story I'm going to read to you today, is by Amy Hempel. It's called In a Tub. My heart. I thought it stopped. So I got in my car and headed for God. I passed 2 churches with cars parked in front. Then I stopped at the 3rd because no one else had. It was early afternoon, the middle of the week. I chose a pew in the centre of the rows. Episcopal or Methodist, it didn't make any difference. It was as quiet as a church. I thought about the feeling of the long missed beat and the tumble of the next ones as they rushed to fill the space. I sat there in the high brace of quiet and stained glass, and I listened. At the back of my house I can stand in the light from the sliding glass door and look out onto the deck. The deck is planted with marguerites and succulents in red clay pots. One of the pots is empty. It is shallow and broad, and filled with water like a bird bath. My cat takes naps in the window box. Her grey chin is powdered with the iridescent dust from butterfly wings. If I tap on the glass, the cat will not look up. The sound that I make is not food. When I was a girl, I sneaked out at night. I pressed myself to hedges and fitted the shadows of trees. I went to a construction site near the lake. I took a concrete mixing tub, slid it to the shore, and sat down inside it like a saucer. I would push off from the sand with one stolen oar and float, hearing nothing for hours. The bird bath is shaped like that tub. I look at my nails in the harsh bathroom light. The scare will appear as a ripple at the base. It will take a couple of weeks to see. I lock the door and run a tub of water. Most of the time, you don't really hear it. A pulse is a thing that you feel, even if you are somewhat quiet. Sometimes you hear it through the pillow at night, but I know that there is a place where you can hear it even better than that. Here is what you do. You ease yourself into a tub of water, you ease yourself down. You lie back and wait for the ripples to smooth away. Then you take a deep breath and slide your head under and listen for the playfulness of your heart.